And number 4, the table above shows some values of the linear function f. Visual function defines f. Okay, so this question is a question about functions. But remember, functions work just similar to an equation. Okay, so if we have, like, for example, look at answer choice A, f of n equal to n minus 3. So f of n is like the y value. Okay, and then n here is like the x value. So pretty much, if you look at the table, we're looking for an equation that to match, right? If you want, you could replace this with x and y. It's the same idea. Okay, so to tell which answer choice work, we can just plug in some number, right? Plug in and try. Since it's multiple choice, we know it has to be one of these 4. So let's just go and try out number. So if you plug in n equal to 1, the f of n, right, is like the y value should equal to -2. Okay, so if you try it, for the first one, do 1 minus 3, that is -2, that works. But we do have to keep in mind, if one of the order pairs work, doesn't mean it's always correct. We do have to kind of go through all the answer choices. Okay, or you can try another pair and make sure it works. So if you do the second pair, you see we have a problem, right? Because if you do 2 minus 3, that's -1, right? It's not equal to 1. So A is actually incorrect. Okay, just because the first pair work doesn't mean it's always our correct answer. We do have to verify and to work for the whole table. Okay, so here we try letter B, 2n minus 4. So we do 2 times 1, right? 2 times 1, that's n, and then minus 4. That will give us 2 minus 4, which is -2. So the first one's good. And then if you plug in 2, that should be 2 times 2 minus 4, which is 4 minus 4, which is 0, right? So the second point doesn't work. Okay, so once we see something that doesn't work, we can eliminate, that won't work. Okay, so we keep on trying. 3n minus 5, so we plug in n equal to 1, we should get -2. All right, so it'd be 3 times 1 minus 5 is 3 minus 5, -2, good. And then if we try 2, we should get 1, right? So 3 times 2 minus 5 is 6 minus 5. That's equal to 1, so that's also good. And let's just verify the next one. 3 times 3 is 9 minus 5 is 4. That's good. And then lastly, 3 times 4 minus 5, 12 minus 5 is 7. So that's also good. Okay, so it works for all 4 points, then we know how to be correct. Okay, so C should be our answer. Okay, and if you want to verify, you can try D, but if you plug in D, it worked for the first one, but once we get to the second one, it doesn't work. Okay, so for number 4, our answer should be C.